Morning, Steve. How are you? I'm going to take your blood pressure today. You've had blood pressure taken before, I'm sure, with a manual cuff. We're going to use an automatic cuff today. First, I'm going to have you just set your arm here. I'm just going to make sure your pulse is regular. Have you ever had any heart arrhythmia at all? Any irregular heart rhythm? Great. And it is checking your radial pulse. So I'm just going to put this cuff on. Just let your arm relax as best you can. Okay. So it's going to tighten and then gradually loosen. When this is done, we're going to check the blood pressure in your other arm too. Have you had any fast or slow heart rhythms at all recently? Any changes in blood pressure that you know of? Okay. Can you feel your pulse pulsating through the vessel? Great. 128/75. Perfect. Let's do the other arm. All right. You ready? Check it again here. There we go. When somebody takes your blood pressure, do you ever get cramping of your muscles? Great. Great, 126/77. Hello, Steve. Good to see you. I'm going to take your blood pressure today. I'm going to first take it in your right arm, then your left arm. I'm going to do it with the manual cuff. So first what I'm going to do is move your shirt up so it's unobstructed. There are all the different sizes of cuffs, and we want to make sure this cuff is the right size for you. And so, place it. Okay. So, you can go ahead. Is your arm resting? Just let it rest as much as you can. And notice it's right around the level of your heart. We want this to be right there. So, does it feel pretty relaxed there where you're at? Very good. 125/78. All right. I'm going to move over to your other arm. Do the same thing here. 120/75. So that's perfect. All right, very fine. What we're going to do next is check blood pressure simultaneously in both arms. This will really let us know if your nervous system helps control blood pressure in both arms the same, or if there are any issues with different blood pressures in your upper extremities. So let's go ahead and start this. You just let me know if it's ever too uncomfortable and we'll stop the exam. Sometimes if people had issues with spinal cord injuries in the past, or they've had head injuries, or they've had previous strokes, the blood pressures are different on each side of their body. And so checking this just kind of gives us a clue. 122/70, 126/72, that is within normal. So your nervous system is doing its job. Okay, Steve, what we're going to do now is the blood pressure is on your arm. So we're going to check the blood pressure on your arm and then on your leg. And by comparing the two, we can calculate really if there's any indication you have peripheral vascular disease. So I'm going to first take the blood pressure in your arm, okay? You'll feel me I'm going to feel your pulse here, see where it disappears. Okay. All right, so right around 120. So now I'm going to check your pressure. Okay. 138/75. Okay. Now I'm going to move this cuff down to your leg. What I'm going to do now is I'm feeling the pulse of it's called your dorsalis pedis pulse, and I'm just feeling how strong the pulse is. I'm going to first check to see when that pulse disappears when I blow up the blood pressure cuff. Okay, right around 140. And then it comes in good. Now what I'm going to do is, feeling the pulse, I usually don't pick it up or feel it as long as I would if I used a stethoscope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a stethoscope. First the bell, I'm going to do the same thing. You hear different sound frequencies depending on what part of the stethoscope you use. Great. I'm going to listen to it one more time, but with the diaphragm. Diaphragm picks up higher pitches sound, so sometimes we can hear some subtle things in the higher pitches. Great. So you can hear, I'm going to repeat this, but with the Doppler, and you should be able to hear a little bit what I'm hearing. So we'll do that next.